Testing the mic, testing the mic. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Today we're talking about wholesaling. Hey, can you close that door? Today we are talking about wholesaling. Welcome everybody. Welcome. All right, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on Instagram. It's hard to read these comments. I may need a comment analyst. Where's everybody at? Instagram, where are you guys watching from? Do you wholesale in your market? If not, are you looking to wholesale in your market? What do you guys think about wholesaling right now? Yeah, let's go ahead and get the whiteboard. Do we have the blue marker? Welcome. Everybody have a good Thanksgiving? You did?
Yeah, if you had a good Thanksgiving, go ahead and hit the like button.
Is that mic on too? Okay. We're going to do a little whiteboard testing here. Can you guys read that? Can you read? Facebook and YouTube can read it. Can you get me a thing too, please? All right, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about wholesaling. So I need some comments. I need this to be interactive. I wish I could hear you guys, talk to you guys. If y'all want to, go ahead and call in. Is the call-in phone number present here? It's going to be in the comments on all platforms. So I'd like this to be interactive. I need to know what you guys are thinking. I need to know what y'all are struggling with. I need to know your questions so that I can help out here. But today we're going to be talking about wholesaling. A little bit about me and Matt and Teifke Real Estate. My partner Matt, he's been in the business for he said 13 years for the past few years. So I don't know how many years it is. Is it? When was he a sophomore in college? Got his license when he's 18. He's 30, 31. All right, so 13 years in the business. Matt is our broker here at Teifke Real Estate. He's my partner. We own, him and I with other partners as well. We own about I think 89 units. We just picked up 6 more that we're working on finalizing the paperwork on. But we own about 89 units together with other partners as well. These are single families, duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, mobile home park, small commercial multifamily. And we are looking to buy some more. Right now is a great time to find some good deals. Matt also owns some properties, him and his wife, and his family owns some more rental properties as well. We've got a real estate brokerage here in Texas, mostly here in Central Texas. We got about 165 entrepreneurs with us. We have a property management company, and we pretty much just eat, sleep, and breathe real estate all day long. And we've wholesaled a few deals before too. We have a wholesale company with our partner Doreen. It's called Thierry Property Solutions. And we mostly focus here in Texas with that acquisitions company, single family, small commercial multifamily, some land. And we've had some big assignment fees, some big wholesale fees. $200,000, $480,000, $700,000 wholesale fees, and we've wholesaled quite a few properties. Now, the market here has changed recently, as everybody knows. I think over the last 5 years, a lot of people were purchasing deals from wholesalers to flip, which I don't know about your local market. Please tell me in the comments. Where can I see comments on here on this one? There we go. Chat. All right, Chris Sweeney. Cool. So I don't know about your local market. Comment and tell me where you're at and tell me what the real estate market is doing there. But I think the last 5 years or so, people were purchasing deals from wholesalers to flip, especially the last 2 years. It was very easy to just, oh, there you go. Matt got his license on April 26, 2011. Alice Duffy. Looked him up on track. Anyways, I think a lot of people were flipping or buying deals from wholesalers to flip. It was very easy to make money flipping some properties, and we've seen a decrease in the amount of flippers buying wholesale deals. Personally, I'm not extremely excited as a real estate investor to flip a property right now. It's a little uncertain on what we might be able to sell it for. When the work is finished, we get it listed, sit on the market much longer than it was the last couple of years. But there is another opportunity for wholesalers and to make money wholesaling. As y'all know, interest rates have risen quite a bit last few months. And that means that there are a lot of homeowners out there, sellers, who might have interest rates locked in at a lower rate. And one thing that we found successful is, can we close that door, please? One thing we found successful is getting deals and assigning them with assumable mortgages in place at lower rates than one might be able to get today if they were to go and apply for a new loan. So there's a lot of opportunities. Can we see comments here too? Where do we see those at? Just
right where everything is.
Got it.
So no comments yet. Just a lot of people joining.
So we got one comment.
Get someone tag somebody.
Okay. No, it's just like 20 yards away. I can't read it. Anyways, so I'd like to know kind of where everybody's at. Who in here has wanted to wholesale some deals before? Who's looking to start wholesaling deals? And what are you waiting on? Why have you not wholesale deals already? How much do those units bring in per month? The 89 units that we own, that me and Matt with our partners, they bring in probably about 110 grand a month gross rents. Hello. It's not a viewer calling in. All right, so wholesaling. What is wholesaling? There are two different ways to push through a wholesale deal. One is assigning a contract. Is everybody here familiar with assignments and what that is? Need your comments, guys. We need to be interactive. The other way is to double close on properties. Do y'all know the difference between assigning and double closing? All right. So assigning a contract means that you are assigning the right to buy this property. Let's say I get a property under contract. Here's my property. I've got it under contract, and I own the right to buy this property at the terms of this contract that I have with the seller. So what you can do is you can assign that right to buy this property at those terms with the seller to somebody else for a fee. And that is the assignment fee. So if I have this property under contract at $200,000, I own the right to buy this property at $200,000. I can assign it. I can assign that right to somebody else to buy this property. And let's say I want a $10,000 assignment fee. So they are going to buy this property. After I assign this contract to them, they now own the right to buy this property. They're going to pay me $10,000. They're going to buy it for $200,000, and all in, they're going to be at $210,000. So you can assign the right to buy a property to somebody else, and that is what assigning a contract is. Double closing on a property. And when you are assigning a contract, going back here, when you're assigning a contract to somebody, you are not actually buying the property. You are just selling your right to buy the property to somebody else. And that other person is going to buy that property. But you're going to get paid the assignment fee for selling the right to buy it. Does that make sense? When you're under contract, you own the right to buy the property at the terms of that contract, and you can sell that right to somebody else so that they can then buy the property per the terms of the contract. And you're not actually buying or selling anything other than the right to buy that property per those terms. Double closing is when you will actually buy the property. So there will be two closings that happen at the same exact time. One with you and the seller, where you're buying the property from the seller, and then one with you and the end buyer, where you are selling the property to the end buyer. And these two things are going to happen at the same exact time. Two simultaneous closings where you buy the property and then you immediately sell the property. Title will go from seller to you, then from you to end buyer. And the reason you might want to double close on a property versus assigning it is I don't know what states you guys are in, or the local laws and regulations there, but here in Texas, when I assign the property to somebody, it's transparent on what's happening. So the seller is going to know that I'm not me after I assign that right to somebody else. Seller's going to know that I'm not actually buying the property. And the buyer is going to know the assignment fee. Now, when you're double closing, seller will actually sell that property to me per those terms, and then I will sell that property to somebody else per the terms of a different contract. So it's a little bit more behind the scenes of what actually is going on with the two transactions. We've had some big wholesale deals where we made about $700,000, and we didn't really want to assign that. It was easier and smoother to double close on it, to buy it and then immediately sell it. And people's emotions can get involved, and we just thought, hey, let's just go ahead and double close on it and have two transactions, not assign it, and we'll let each party know. Each party, will just know that we're buying it at this price, and then the buyer from us will know that we're selling it to them at this price. They don't need to know anything else, and we don't have to keep it out on the table. All right, so that's the difference between assigning and double closing. And there's a lot of ways to make money wholesaling, and I think wholesaling is an easy way for people to get started in real estate without assuming too much risk, without having to come up with a lot of capital. And it's an easy way, can be easy with hard work. It's an easy way to stack up some cash to start investing in real estate. I will say that I think wholesaling is just a job in a sense. You're not going to live off passive income from wholesaling. You're only going to get paid when you have wholesale deals, and to make more money, you have to get more wholesale deals. So if your goal is to create passive income and wealth by investing in real estate, I would say that wholesaling is a great way to stack up some cash to do that. And it's also a great way to learn some valuable skills necessary for your real estate investing career. You're going to learn things such as how to find deals, how to find deals that are on market, how to find deals that are off market, how to negotiate these deals, how to identify motivation within the seller, how to solve problems for sellers, and how to come up with creative solutions to help somebody in their situation. You're going to learn about marketing. You're going to learn how to find in buyers. You're going to learn how to negotiate with end buyers for somebody who wants to buy this property from you. You're going to meet investors. You're going to build relationships. You're going to meet and establish some good connections within the industry that will serve you for the remainder of your career. And so I think wholesaling is great, and I think that wholesaling is a good way to make money. We always keep wholesaling as an exit strategy for every deal that we get under contract. We will, maybe we have a deal under contract, and we always see if we can sell it to somebody else before buying it. Number one, it gives us a good idea of what the market thinks this deal is worth, what other investors think this deal is worth. And there's always a number that will make sense for us to not buy the property and just to sell the right to buy the property to somebody else. All right, we got some questions. What's the best way to study your market for wholesaling? What's the number one thing you look for in your current market to wholesale? So the best way to study your market in general is to know your market, right? So no matter where you're at, especially if you're looking to find deals locally where you live at and where you are going to be investing, then I would suggest knowing your market. Know the neighborhoods. Know what a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house is selling for in an updated condition in all the different neighborhoods in your city. Know what properties are being listed for. Know what they're selling for. Know what properties are renting out for. Know what investors are looking to buy in your neighborhood. If there's a 10-bedroom, 5-bath house that's 6,000 square feet that's been sitting on the market for 180 days, and you think that it's priced really well and there's a lot of upside and potential there, maybe investors aren't looking for deals that size to acquire and flip in your local area. But if you see that distressed properties are selling really fast and they're under 1,500 square feet, then maybe that's a good indicator of what people are looking for. But you need to know values. You need to know what the current market is doing. So how long properties are sitting on the market for. If an investor was to buy it and rent it out, how much they'd be able to rent it out for. You want to know as much market data as you possibly can to make informed decisions on deals that you're looking to get under contract and potentially sell to somebody else. The only reason that somebody is going to buy a wholesale deal from you is if there's upside in it for them. If they're not going to make any money buying this deal from you, then they would have no reason to buy it from you. But the more you know, the better. And the more that you can just skim over a neighborhood, see a property that's listed, or speak to a seller in a neighborhood, they give you a number, and as soon as you hear that number, you know it's a good deal. Then you are onto something, and you're doing the right thing in terms of learning your market. Azil also said, what's the number one thing you look for in your current market to wholesale? So just opportunity is the number one thing. Like I mentioned, things have changed a little bit, and the opportunity looks a little bit different than it did 8 months ago currently here in Austin. There aren't a tremendous amount of people still flipping homes like there were over the last couple of years. And it's just this little uncertain on what things will look like. But a new opportunity is finding deals where people can assume low interest rates. Um, and if we can find deals that have assumable loans in place or some good seller financing deals that have better rates than what you might be able to get from a lender today, then that is a good opportunity now. So the number one thing we're looking for is opportunity within a deal. And it can look a few different ways. It may be the price compared to what it's worth. It may be being able to assume a mortgage that's in place. It might be land that is near some new developments that somebody can come in and develop themselves. It might be upzoning the property. It could be many different things, but the most important thing to look for is opportunity and how somebody's going to be able to buy this deal and make money on it. All right. So we went over assigning, double closing. You need to understand your market. You need to know what values are. We discussed this. A good way to do this is to partner with a local realtor, especially an investor-friendly realtor. If you are a licensed realtor, then you've got all the data at your fingertips, and you need to start studying it, learning it, and being able to identify opportunities for investors or for anybody looking to make money in real estate. But if you don't have your license, there are softwares out there that you can get. There's no source that's going to be better than the MLS, but you can get other softwares out there to help you try and run comps, comparable sales. Um, you can partner with a realtor and reach out to somebody in your local area, see if they're willing to work with you on real estate deals. This will be beneficial for a few different reasons. Number one, hopefully they will be willing to help you find deals, provide you data on deals, and help you learn the market better. But also, they probably know other people in the industry who are in investing and who are cash buyers and who can buy deals from you. Even if they don't, they probably know some other realtors who do, or they have connections to things that can provide some buyers for your wholesale deals. So learn the market. You can get software out there such as Propelio, PropStream, REI Pro. All these have comps that you can access in there, but the best source is going to be the MLS, the multiple listing service that realtors and brokers have a hold of. So you can wholesale anything too. It doesn't just have to be single family homes. You can wholesale land. You can wholesale industrial warehouse parks. You can wholesale mobile home parks. You can wholesale commercial multifamily. You can wholesale retail. You can wholesale anything you want. Again, back to the basics of wholesaling. All it is if you're assigning the contract, all you're doing is you are selling the right that you own to buy this property per the terms of the contract you have with the seller. So you can do that with anything. It doesn't just have to be single family homes. Some of the biggest deals and wholesale fees that we've had did not come from single family homes. Commercial warehouse parks, industrial, some raw land, two of them. And these bigger deals, you might be able to make more money wholesaling than you would on a single family house. Now, these bigger deals, they take a little bit more time. They don't necessarily require more work than wholesaling a single family home, but they take a little bit more time. It's going to take a little bit more earnest money, most likely. It's going to take a little bit more skill, kind of going through the negotiations and finding the end buyer for it, having different conversations. But anything's possible, and you can wholesale anything. So don't just limit your mindset to wholesaling, tear down single family homes. You could wholesale, perfectly brand new properties and sell them to retail home buyers. You don't just have to wholesale to investors. all you're doing again is selling your right to buy a property to somebody else. So you can do that with anything, and just get creative and see what you can do to find deals and sell deals. One thing I'll say is it might be important for you to understand what investors are looking for in your local area. If I know what these 20 people will buy in a moment's notice for a good deal, then if I can find out what they want to buy, then I can go find it and then bring it to them. So building a buyers list, having a good network of buyers is really important, and understanding what investors in your area or anybody in your area is looking to buy. That way, you can just go out and find it, and you're not, having to figure out some sort of guessing game, wondering if you've got a good deal or not. You already know that Andrew Roberts said that he would buy a property similar to this with these numbers at this price. And I'll go find that for Andrew. I'll bring it to him. Andrew will buy it and pay me a wholesale fee for it. Is there any way to see how many people are in here? Does it show you it? Oh, there we go. I got it. Anybody have any questions before we dive into some different motivated sellers? Can I also get a water, please? Thank you. My mouth's getting dry over here. What do y'all think? Type in the comments. Who do y'all think a motivated seller would be and why? Thank you. No comments. Everybody's quiet today. How about you guys? Who do y'all think some motivated sellers would be and why?
Someone who's tired of being a landlord.
Someone who's tired of being a landlord? There we go. We're getting some comments coming in. All right. So tired landlord, why do you think that?
Headache, putting money in the property, people not paying on time.
Yep.
The usual.
Why wouldn't they just hire a property manager?
Maybe they don't want to deal with the fees.
Yeah.
More headaches.
Potentially. Good answers.
They want cash. They want the big lump sum.
Cash, baby. Yep.
They just want to get out of it. Even hiring a property manager sounds like a headache.
Yeah, could be. Sick of tenants, toilets, and taxes. I'm sick of taxes. Not sick of tenants. And Andrew loves toilets. All right. So, Chef Tommy, to answer your question, you're a realtor. So you can find the contract paperwork through Trek or through a TXR. Trek, if you're buying a single family home, then it's going to be Trek 1 to 4 contract. All right, I'm hitting Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'll be right back with the comments. But Instagram says someone with a property that's been on the market for a while. Jose says difficult life situations. ACX service says, what do you look for in the MLS as a good deal for wholesaling? All right, so one moment. Someone with property that's been on market for a while, yeah, they might be a motivated seller. They could be, depending on how eager they are to sell the property. Define what has been on the market for a while. Difficult life situations, for sure. For properties on the MLS, it depends. Really, what we're doing right now, finding properties on the MLS, is just looking for motivation. So we're casting out a wide net and seeing what we can get back. Just because a property is listed at a price, it doesn't mean that is the price that they're willing to sell at. Currently, people are willing to come off their list price pretty quickly. So that could be one, is the price that we get them to agree to sell at. And then another thing is maybe seller financing, maybe assuming their loan, other things like that. Maybe they don't see an opportunity with the property that we do. Therefore, it's underpriced and not marketed correctly. You could offer them terms. It's been on the market for a while. Yeah, you could offer them terms. Always. Every offer we make, we see if they would consider seller financing just to explore and see what we can get going. All right, Facebook. Divorce. Yeah, people who are going through divorce could be potentially motivated sellers. Job relocation, estate sale, divorce, sick of tenant, toilets, and taxes. Yeah, so those are good. Pre-foreclosure. Y'all know what that is? Pre-foreclosure. I'm glad that somebody mentioned the MLS. The MLS is a great place to find deals. No, Jose, it's the same thing. MLS is a great place to find deals. These properties are listed on the MLS for sale. The owner has already agreed to sell the property. So starting at the MLS, on the MLS, and making offers on the MLS and looking for motivation on the MLS is a great place to start. Like I said, the homeowner has already stated and agreed to sell the property. So it's your job to negotiate that price or those terms down to what you need it at in order to make it a good deal. So the MLS is a great place and it's overlooked all the time. Pre-foreclosures, divorce, probate. Let's see here. Tax liens, code violations, distressed properties you found while driving for dollars, D for dollars, looking for potentially distressed properties, fire damaged properties, vacant properties, people who are evicting somebody, like marketing department mentioned a minute ago, tired landlords, especially if they are having to go through the eviction process and they don't have a property manager. They could be a potentially motivated seller. Instagram, it's backwards, so you can't read it. Same thing with you, TikTok. But here's a good little list to get started. And a way to find these potentially motivated sellers is through your county. So pre-foreclosures through the county, divorce county, probate county, tax liens county, code violations, this would be the city. Driving for dollars, this is you going out there and looking for deals on your own with your own two eyes, trying to find properties that look vacant. They have deferred maintenance. Maybe they look distressed. Overgrown yard. Those whole things. Driving for dollars, fire damaged properties, vacant properties. These are all a good place to start, and they could potentially be motivated sellers. But again, coming back here to the MLS, great place to start. These people have already said they want to sell their property. They're already willing to sell their property. And all you have to do is get them down to a price to where, or terms where it makes sense for you to try and market the property to somebody else. Chris Sweeney, entrepreneur here at CRE. We got a property. He found a property in Round Rock. It was at market value. Definitely wasn't a big discount there, but he found a property in Round Rock at market value. But the owner was willing to allow the new buyer to assume their mortgage. I think it was 3.25% interest rate. I think it was 3.25% interest rate. I think there's about like a 7-year balloon on those terms there, and we were able to find a buyer and just represent them and get a commission for the deal. So, not even wholesaling it, but it was market value. This person's an investor. I think they liked the rate. I think they liked the monthly mortgage payment, and I believe they're gonna try and Airbnb the property out. I think So it doesn't even have to be price. Price isn't always the most important thing for investors. It is other things such as the mortgage payment in a time like this where you can assume a lower rate. So go out there, try and find these lists. Go to your county. Each county will be different. Here in Austin, you can find them online in Williamson County, which is just north of Austin and part of Austin. You can also find it online, but your local county might be different. So contact your county, see how you can get a hold of these pre-foreclosure lists, the divorce list, the probate lists, tax lien lists. You can also pay for these lists through software such as Propelio, PropStream, and then pay for the data to contact these owners from these lists as well. But it's also free. You can just go get it straight from the county. All right, so we're getting some more comments in here. Let me ask you guys some other questions. When you're speaking to a seller, what do you think the most important thing that you should figure out when you're talking to the seller? If I'm calling Andrew and I'm trying to see if Andrew will sell this property to me and I need it at a good price, what do I want to learn from Andrew? What do I want to figure out from Andrew? What do I need to know about Andrew and this house? Any thoughts?
What's their problem and how you can solve it?
Yeah.
Repeat that so the audience can hear.
Go ahead. Oh, you want me to
You
repeat it?
You have the microphone.
I got the microphone. Chris Sweeney says, why do they want to sell? What if you don't know if they want to sell? But yes, you want to know why they want to sell. Find motivation. What is the motivation? That's right. Chris Sweeney, are you willing to call in here and we do a little live role play for all these viewers on figuring out what some motivation is? Because I don't want to disturb him. Chef Tommy says, how much is left on the mortgage? Yep, that's a good question to ask. What's important to them? Comments are just rolling in. Yep. What's important to them? Finding motivation. What is the motivation? Why do they want to sell? How much is left on the mortgage? Yeah, you want to know what their problem is. I mean, here's the deal is you're not going to call somebody and get them on the phone for the first time and convince them to sell you their property at 20% of what it's worth, within the first 30 seconds of getting on the phone with this person. You got to build a relationship a little bit. You got to learn what's important to them. You got to learn what type of situation they're in. What if, they make millions of dollars a year, they own the house free and clear, they're raising their family in it. Why would they want to sell the property? They probably don't, but maybe they want to buy more. All right, so we're going to do a little role play. Chris Sweeney is calling in. I'm going to be a seller. Hi, this is Alex. Hey,
Chris.
I know it's Chris. You calling to buy a property from me?
Yeah, I thought it would be the 100th caller. I get the concert tickets, or what do we get?
You are the first caller, not the 100th. You might get a deal out of it.
Cool. Let's go.
All right, so let's run through. If you were cold calling me, I'm the seller. Just trying to walk through this conversation and what you would be looking to learn.
Okay. Ring.
Hi, this is Alex.
Hey, Alex. This is Chris with TRE Properties. We're just reaching out. We're looking for property in your area, and was just curious if you've given any consideration to selling.
Not really. I heard right now is the worst time to sell.
Yeah, I mean, depending upon what you need and what your goals are, could
Can
be
y'all
a
hear
good time,
Chris?
it could be a bad time. But what are your plans for your property?
Well, me and my family, we moved in here about 18 months ago, and we really didn't have much plans other than just to raise our kids here. We wanted to sell the property earlier this year, but we just didn't feel like getting it ready and prepping it to sell and everything. But we wanted to capitalize on all the appreciation that we got in the 18 months from when we bought it. However, I feel like maybe we have missed out on that opportunity now.
Yeah, maybe, but there's also other ways to sell your property without all that hassle. Just wondering, you only been there 18 months. Was it just the appreciation, or you have another need that you're trying to achieve in selling?
Yeah, we want to move a little bit further out in the country. We bought this house because early 2020 I needed to move to Austin for my job, but now we just work remote, so we don't really need to live, right here in the middle of everything. And we wanted to move out to a little bit of a, smaller town, a little bit east, and not be right in the middle of the major city of Austin.
Oh, no, it makes sense. If you want to be in the country, that's what you should do. Did you have a certain price in mind that you were trying to achieve to sell your property?
Yeah, well, we bought it for 300, and I was wanting to sell it for 450.
Oh, really? 450. How did you come up with 450?
Well, I was looking at Zillow, and Zillow said it was worth about 450.
Yeah, Zillow does say some things like that, but it's funny because their own properties, they don't follow their own estimate. But if you really wanted to sell and get out to the country and you didn't have to deal with marketing and commissions and fixing it up, what would you really be willing to sell it for?
I don't know. I mean, what do you think? What do you think it's worth? What would you offer me?
Well, I mean, if you could tell me a little bit about the condition of the property, that makes a major influence on what it's worth. Has it been remodeled in the last 5-10 years? What are the kitchens, bathrooms like?
Sure. So we haven't done any work to it, but when we bought it, it was newly remodeled. So it was remodeled about 18 months ago.
Okay, so any issues with the foundation, the roof, the plumbing, anything like that?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So yeah, it sounds like it's sort of turnkey, ready to go, and it's been remodeled recently.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some normal wear and tear. If I were to move out, you'd want to touch up some paint in a few spots and fill in the hole where, I've got my TV hung up and things like that.
Mm-hmm. And when you bought it, did you buy it with cash or do you have a mortgage on the property?
No, I was able to lock in one of those 2 3/4 rates. I got a mortgage on it.
That's excellent. That's sort of a thing of the past for the moment.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm kind of apprehensive about selling is I'm not sure what, if I were to buy something else, what the new mortgage payment would look like.
Right. So you would need to pay off this mortgage, it sounds like, to get a new property. Is that correct?
No, not necessarily. We've got some savings, and we could get a new loan. And put a down payment down. I've even considered just keeping this one and renting it out. I wanted to sell because I wanted to capitalize on, the price that Zillow said I could get a few months ago. But
yeah, well, Zillow's a little, hit or miss because they don't know the condition of your property. And like I mentioned, when they sell their own properties, they don't follow their own estimate. But based on what we're buying in the area, we're buying properties like yours. It sounds like they're pretty much ready to go, but we're, probably going to be around the $300,000 price point. How does that sound to you?
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I mean, that's what we bought it for.
Yeah, and keep in mind you're not going to have to do all the things that you don't want to do. So, we are investors, so we do need some opportunity on our side, but you're not going to have commissions and open houses and standard closing costs and all those other headaches.
Yeah, I hear you. But at this point, if I were to do that, I don't know, just breaking even just doesn't seem like a good deal. We might as well just stay here or rent it out or something.
Yeah, and if that's something you're familiar with and you're accustomed to, for some people they like to be landlords. Some people, as you probably heard, can't stand it. But what do you, if that attractive interest rate's available, we could probably improve our price. What do you owe on the property?
Somewhere around like 280.
Around 280. Okay. So, in that situation, we could probably improve our price if we're able to take over that note. It sounds like you don't need it paid off. So we could probably get closer to like 330, 335. And then, we'll give you, a little bit of a down payment there, take over that note, and you can put some extra money in your pocket and get out to the countryside. What do you think about that?
Maybe. I mean, it's a little bit better. I just have to understand kind of what that looks like. A little bit further.
If you can give me an idea, let's say for the next 5 or 10 years, you don't need this mortgage to be taken care of. It would stay in place. Then we will, be obligated in that time to refinance or just cash you out of it. So we're going to make the payments on your behalf. You don't have to worry about that. We'll have it all taken care of through a title company, and an attorney will draft the documents, so everyone's protected. And that way you can get more price for your property, get out to the countryside, and we still have some opportunity as investors for it to make sense for us.
Are you a realtor too?
Yes, so I'm a realtor and an investor. So we primarily invest in property. But the nice thing is here, we're not going to charge you those outrageous realtor fees that you probably don't want to deal with.
Right. But could you help me find a new property? The one in the countryside?
Absolutely. So we can take care of it on both sides. So it's a seamless transaction for you. You don't have to go find a rental or temporary housing. We can, learn about where you want to go and what you want to do and time it so you're just one move from here out to the countryside.
I love it. Well, why don't we set up a time to meet if you can? And I'd like to learn a little bit more about your company and meet you, and then we can discuss options. Does that sound good?
Yeah. How does your schedule look like on Thursday? What's better, 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
All right, 4 o'clock. I'll see you there.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Good work.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Sweeney, everybody give him a round of applause. Oh, go ahead and just type in clap in the comments. Clapping emoji in the comments. Great job, Chris. I mean, as you can see, Chris was not very scripted there. Just, robotic in the sense of, having to, there you go. Alice put some clapping emojis in there. Chris was not very robotic in, his conversation there. He's just having a conversation with me. And the more questions he asked, the more answers I gave, the, more questions he had. And so that's really all you're looking to do is just get to know this person, learn more about Chris. You're getting a lot of clapping emojis and different emojis too. We got the okay, hook 'em. I don't think that's hook 'em. Different types of emojis in here, but you're just looking to build a relationship with this person, learn a little bit more about them. You can't solve a problem for somebody if you don't know what they're going through, what they're looking to get, or what they want out of the situation. And you're likely not going to buy somebody's house if you're not solving a problem for them, because if they are one of these motivated sellers here, there are hundreds and hundreds, thousands of other people reaching out to him as well. And somebody is going to figure out how to solve this person's problem. And so hopefully it's you. But the best way to do that is to understand their problem, really actually try and help them, not try and force them down some single, singular path of it has to look this way. The more flexible you're able to be, the more creative you're able to be, the more problems you're going to be able to solve. So, all right. Assigning, double closing, learn your market, motivated sellers, learn the seller's problem, try and solve a problem for them, try and provide a solution, build relationships with good local realtors, investment friendly realtors. These, if you're not a licensed real estate agent, you want to become friends with one or a few. Many. They have everything that you need. They have access to the data. They have access to buyers. They have access to things that you do not have as a non-licensed wholesaler. So become friends with realtors. Realtors are not a bad thing. There are definitely some bad ones, but there's some good ones too. So build relationships with good realtors, build your buyers list, and go out there and try and find opportunity. That's the most important thing. One last thing before we wrap up today. We are creating a wholesaling course. We'll be putting that together. We'll be putting it out there to teach you guys step by step how to wholesale, how to get started in wholesaling, every single thing in depth. Today was just an overview of wholesaling in general, but this course will get you out there and teach you how to make big wholesale fees like we've done, $700,000 plus. So more information will be coming out on the wholesaling course. But if you want to get potential early access and get 50% off, send one of these channels, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, send us a DM and just say wholesale. And we'll put you on the list for early access and a 50% discount. Till next time. Thanks for joining.